Now the next thing we're going to be doing is some shaping. I also put a cinnamon stick in the top of mine, and I have one to show you how to do that next. And this is really what makes the pumpkin. So I'm making two. This one I made a bit longer in row height, and this next one I'm going to show you I'm making a bit more stubby. So let's go ahead and see how to do that. I've already completed one side of this, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But I just want to note on one side, you will leave an opening big enough to stick your cinnamon stick into, so you can stick that in when we're finished putting this pumpkin together. So I'm going to show you how to pull this together. What you will do is when you work through the stitches, so you'll have a long tail. You can attach a new tail if you don't have anything long enough. You're going to weave through every other stitch. And on the other side, I weave through only the front loops. So it just creates less bulk when you're cinching it together. So I'm weaving my yarn needle through every other stitch all the way around. And what you will see is it creates, it pulls it together as we go and we start pulling on that. I'm also starting to stuff my pumpkin with some fiber fill. So if you have some old pillows too, if you want to recycle them, this is a great time to pull out that old fiber fill and stuff it into a pumpkin for new purpose. And I will be stuffing this as I continue to pull it together by weaving through every other stitch. So now that I've worked all the way around, I can go ahead and really close this, and feel free to stuff it more as you close it to make sure it's the stiffness you like. So now this will be the bottom of my pumpkin. I'm going to pull this all the way closed. And then I'm going to use my yarn needle to weave through it again and really reinforce that so that it stays closed. So as we close our pumpkin, we can already see it starting to take shape. If you like this look, you can simply leave it and weave your ends together in the middle to kind of get it to take that shape a bit more. What I like to do is I also like to pull some strands around the edges to really make that rippled effect of a pumpkin. And notice the difference in height here. So this is 20 rounds and this is 30 rounds. So you can really make them whatever height you want, and this will come even shorter as I start to work it. So I have my tail ends on both sides. This is the opening where I'm going to go ahead and get that cinnamon stick in there. It'll just simply sit. You can kind of shove it down into that fiber fill and get the height you like. But I'm left with these ends. Now these are pretty secure, but if I want to do some shaping, we're going to be doing some strands around. So what you'll do is you'll take your tail ends to do that. So I'm going to simply place it kind of in between the two knit look stitches, and I'm going to go all the way around, and then I can pull it tight. And notice how it really brings in these edges. Then I can simply tie a knot to where I started. Now, if your end is too short to go around the pumpkin again, you can go ahead and fasten it off. But remember, we still have the tail end from the other side to also add a few details as well. So now I'm going to take my strand from the other side and do the same thing. We're just going to keep doing this till we get the look that we like, just rotating it around, coming back to the beginning and tying. You can pull that down as tight as you want, see if you like the look, and then tie a knot. So if you want, you can take your yarn through the top and then back, like just straight through that center and pull, and that creates a divot between the top and the bottom so that it really scrunches that pumpkin down. So now I'm going to tie it off and I have my pumpkin. This is a really fun and easy project. The part that really makes a pumpkin take shape is just the stitching and the pulling of the strands around the pumpkin. Making the fabric is really, really easy. So now I have 2 cute pumpkins in different sizes. I think that's super fun. So now I have these 2 cute pumpkins in different sizes. This was a really fun tutorial. Thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and come on back for more projects soon.